I'm starting. Let me start with that. And then I will come to you. I started already recording, Gretel. So, now, what are we going to do, Gretel?
I think we are going to talk about Moreno.
To talk about Moreno.
You suggested it.
But from where should we start?
Perhaps how I got to find Moreno.
Yes, for instance. How did you get there?
By miracle.
Miracle?
Yes. Miracle happens off and on. Well, I was a young girl. I had just finished school in Germany on Lake Constance, and I went to America. I wanted to study medicine at that time, but didn't have the finances. And so I thought, well, I go to America for some time and then back to Switzerland. And so I got a letter from a friend, a family friend. He had some friend in America, in Spring Valley, New York. But as it happened always in August or summer in New York, Europeans or many Americans go to Europe. So I couldn't find this man. I knew he was a mathematician, but I saw that in a book window, his name. So I went in and said, I'm looking for him, I have a letter. Oh, he's in Europe. But if you go to Spring Valley, there is a meeting of teachers and so on and so forth. And because I said I'm looking for a job.
When was it?
That was in late August, or late August, 1951.
51?
51, yes. And so I went there, and there was also a concert hall, and one day I was in a concert there, and in the recess I met a couple, and we got to talk. And then they said, oh, it's nice, because he was a native Frenchman, and she was native Russian. And they said, well, we rented a house here just for a few weeks to attend all the lectures there. And, well, why don't we have a bite tonight together, come to our house. So I did, and they said, well, we have been upstate New York in a mental hospital, and for 6 weeks, because the lady, Ira Fetchin, was trained as a dancer, but not to dance in a big theater or so. But anyhow, and Dane Riddell, her husband, was a writer and a painter and a musician from France. And they said, well, they were in a mental sanatorium, upstate New York, Beacon, New York. And the doctor there in charge is Austrian and a very unusual person. And they already predicted, in a way, oh, you would match somehow. And then they said, well, the doctor is divorced, the little daughter, 12 years of age, was with her mother, but she was so homesick for her daddy that she wanted to go back. And then Moreno took her back because he said, well, if school and anything becomes a problem, that's due to his divorce, not to the girl's mind. And he took her back and another girl, because that was his personal sociometry. He was already married to Zerka, and here is the couple, and then Regina coming back home to her father. He did not marry Zerka to become a stepmother to Regina. So he said, in that sociometric setup, we need a fourth person. Regina can deal with the little daughter. So I became person number 4 for 1 year. And I went to 101 Park Avenue, where Moreno had his office in that time in New York City, Manhattan. And a week later, I was in Beacon for a whole year. And now we are now here at the wonderful Italian conference, Who Shall Survive? But you wouldn't believe I was with Moreno perhaps 2-3 weeks. And then off and on he gave me German letters to translate or to type. And after a short time he said, you know, this is a letter from a famous German sociologist, Leopold von Wiese of Münster University, and he had come across Moreno's book, Who Shall Survive? And wanted it to be translated into German. And before, Moreno did not have any translator around. He was busy with Zerka in the second edition of Who Shall Survive. The first one was of 1934 and then 51. He had gained so much experience in America in that time that they had to have a new edition. And so he said, oh, you know, I'm working with Zerka on that new edition, and now 3 or 4 weeks have elapsed. Regina is again very well integrated in school, because before in the afternoons I would go with her, take a little trip somewhere or something, or the movies or anything like that. And then Moreno said, well, why don't you translate Who Shall Survive? And well, I stayed in Beacon with them in the gatehouse where they lived, and left. I was there for a whole year, and then I went to church to study medicine. But I began with medicine there in the winter term 52-53, and in 1974 the translation of Who Shall Survive appeared in German language in Germany. That's how I got here.